Watching you. Ah!
Oh.
Brother.
Hi. Why did my voice sound so weird? Hi. I'm Natalie, aka Shapelessflame. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I am a full-time Appalachian artist and I draw cartoon critters and cryptids. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about the lore of the Ohio Grassman. And also, yes, we will be dipping our toes into the realm of high strangeness as well. Last weekend, my friends and I, known internally as the Gob Squad, seen here, took a little cabin friends trip just over the weekend to Salt Fork State Park in Lower City, Ohio. In case you're unaware, Salt Fork State Park is the epicenter of the Ohio Grassman sightings. I have personally been to Salt Fork many times before, but I can honestly say I've never had any run-ins with said Grassman. So I guess I just say that as a little disclaimer that if you're coming to this video for some like hard, solid Bigfoot evidence, it ain't me, babe. Sorry. But I will say that there is absolutely no denying that there is a vibe at Salt Fork. I can't really even articulate the vibe, but there's a vibe. So before we start just unpacking vibes, I would like to give you just a little bit of background about the actual like witness accounts and what people describe the physical being of a grassman looking like. 7 to 10 feet tall, flat snubbed nose, 300 to 500 pound build with broad shoulders, blackish brown shaggy hair, barks and growls with a heavy breath, stands on 2 legs, long arms, very stinky, a lingering smell of rotten eggs or sewage, no neck McGee, deep set orangish red eyes. So sightings of the Grassman date back to as early as the 1800s. There's also some speculation that indigenous tribes in the area used to leave food out as an offering for the creature, but there's absolutely no way to legitimize that claim because there's no written records. So I can't really like confirm that. It's just I read it somewhere. So that doesn't mean it's real. Grassman is thought to be nocturnal. There was an old episode of Monster Quest, which was a really fun show back in the day. You should look it up. I think all the episodes are up on YouTube. Regardless, there's a lady in the episode that says that she was sitting outside around a campfire in her yard and that she saw this giant creature with like glowing reddish orange eyes watching her from the woods, and she assures everyone that was the Grassman. Also, if you scour YouTube and look for Grassman, you're probably going to see a lot of exclusive footage of people taping the Grassman or filming, taping, I'm old, filming the Grassman at Salt Fork, and it all just looks like a guy in a suit. I'm really sorry. Really though, folks are just having fun. And I say, God bless it. Have fun, guys. Go off, King. Take it with a grain of salt, man. We're all having fun out here, which comes to my fun portion of the video where my friends and I delve into the realm of high strangeness, which is why I ain't trying to judge people for just trying to bring a little whimsy into their life. I keep throwing out this term high strangeness, and I realize a lot of you might not know what that means. Basically, it is usually used in reference to UFO lore, but it can just be a catch-all, like sort of umbrella term for paranormal things that happen that have no way of explaining it through conventional means. It's things like synchronicities, deja vu, weird sightings, and you know, anomalies in nature, things like that, it kind of all falls under the high strangeness bubble. The most perfect embodiment of high strangeness in a book that I can think of is the Mothman Prophecies. The whole thing, high strangeness. That's why it's so much fun. So on to the experiment. One of the things that my friends and I did this weekend is we tried to basically psychically contact the Grassman. Yes, you heard that right. Psychically. If you are familiar with Greg and Dana Newkirk and their work, you will know exactly what the Estes method is. But for the uninitiated, the Estes method actually is It involves sort of sensory deprivation where you wear noise-canceling headphones, you wear a blindfold, and then you have a spirit box sweeping through radio stations that you're listening to, and the people that are in the room with you or in the setting with you are asking you leading questions about the topic and the entity or whatever that you want to channel, and you are just saying the things that you're hearing. So you don't know what they're asking. Trust me, I've done it before, and I know everybody's like, it's fake, but no. You can't hear anything. You only hear what you're hearing in your ears. So I'm not like sitting here saying you are definitely contacting spirits or entities or interdimensional beings or ultra terrestrials or anything like that. Maybe you are. I don't know. You could very well also just be tapping into like a deep meditative part of your brain and communicating energies with one another. But I just sort of view it as a communal form of divination when it comes to like the paranormal. But because it has the potential to be a very intense experience, especially if you are volatile emotionally or dealing with things or someone else around you is, I just really feel like it's the kind of thing that you need to be doing with people that you really, really trust and you have like a really strong set of boundaries around. So for our sessions, we sat outside at night, Grassman, nocturnal, on the deck of the cabin that we stayed at. So the scene's already a little bit spooky. Also, fair disclaimer, at one point the fire pops and I say, "Did you pop Gina over there?" Which sounds vaguely sexual, and I assure you that it is not. Last year my friends and I took a camping trip and we named our campfire Gina, and it has stuck, and that's who Gina is. Gina's the fire. She's alive. We love her. I would also like to formally apologize for any offensive mouth sounds, as I was eating a copious amount of s'mores while we were filming. Okay, you're ready, aren't you? Now on to the footage, the best portions of Katie and I's Estes method. I would share it all, but sometimes it's just boring, or we're loud, or we're laughing, or we're making inside jokes, and you're just going to be like, what the hell are you talking about? So, without further ado, make of this what you will. Roll that footage.
Confirmation that this is actually who we wanted to talk to. If you haven't, you could give us any indication that that's who's here, or if there is anybody here.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like somebody's here.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Why? Because we're sitting down in this little valley, in this little nook.
This pretty nature area.
We just got a vibe.
Thought we might try.
Lots of other people that come out here say that they see a thing called Grassman.
Mm-hmm.
And that he builds these grass nests and leaves them all over the park.
Like,
Whoop, whoop. Like it like freaked
Oh,
me out.
wait.
Like a Bigfoot whoop.
Oh, shit.
I'm
Is
gonna, have to
that-
I'm gonna have to ask her. That's a sound that it's supposed to make.
Oh.
That's kind of fucking weird. Is that you making a sound, Grassman?
That's what it sounded like. Is that you, Grassman?
Are you actually the scat man?
The scat man. Are you...
Is that you popping Gina over there?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Grassman.
Oh yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's cool. Whatever. I'm fine.
Grassman, how are you?
There's friends near the fire. Let's not get too crazy there, Grassman.
Do you like being out here, Grassman?
Watching you. Ah!
Oh.
Brother.
What the fuck? Brother, ooh. You bit of a rascal, Grassman?
Are you Rascal Grassman?
Rascal Grassman?
I'm gonna tap myself out because I feel like there's a lot of potential.
Okay.
And I want you to get in there. I feel like there's something I'm hearing, but I want to wait until you do it.
We're having physical experiences.
Stop it.
The fire popped and I said
Where's Michelle?
she went inside because she got scared.
Did
But
she
she's
go?
also getting cheese. Because the fire popped and I said, who did that? And you said, I did, or something like that. Then It was me. You said it was me.
Mm-hmm.
I believe.
There's more going on.
And then
In here.
and then the fire fell over and like went like didn't go out, but like Alex had to rebuild the fire
Oh
up.
shit.
And then you said watching you, and like weird like things were flying and stuff. So
Yeah, I want you in on this. Is everything cool right now? Like, is everything okay? Are we in a good space right now? Are we safe?
maybe.
There's something you're doing wrong. Can you help us? What do we need to do to make this positive, constructive, and safe?
One, two, three, four, five. You wonder.
I do. Do we need to calm down? Do we need to count and calm down? Is that our problem?
10 to 9.
10. Count to 10
10,
and take a breath.
9.
Our energies are too high, I think, right now. We need to calm down. Okay. Let's just try that.
It starts. Because I wanna.
Okay. You want to start talking?
We would love to speak to you. What's up? Are we speaking to the spirit of the woods? No.
I'm gonna be honest, this is not good.
Okay, I was feeling that too.
It's not good.
You mean like,
Vibes are not good.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it too. I've been so freezing cold.
That's fun, right? A little creepy. Yeah, it was for us too. Normally I hear so much in an Estes session, and this one I like heard barely anything, and the stuff I did hear was like just weird and jumbled. Everything felt very off. It was probably one of the weirdest Estes experiments that I've ever done. Also, I just felt so cold, and I know that's like a total cliche, but I felt very cold. And also at one point I saw this bright white light, and it felt like I was sort of ascending into the air, like I was like taking off in a rocket. It was a very bizarre, visceral experience. Katie did disclose after the fact that she was trying to contact this archangel that she sometimes channels in her meditations, and I wonder, we all sort of speculated that maybe that was the catalyst for my visions, but that's also very strange. Michelle, who you don't really hear on the video because she normally just sort of hangs back when we do all of our weird stuff, which she respects it, she's whatever, but she got like kind of wigged out and said that it felt like somebody was like going to like pop up on the deck behind her at some point, so she was feeling it too. So yeah, needless to say, I tapped out pretty early, and once I did and we sort of calmed down, everything felt normal again. We just went back inside, and that was that. Of course, then we're jerks, and we were like, Nichelle, go turn the lights off outside. So poor scared Nichelle had to go turn the lights off on her own because we're terrible friends. So Katie did spare us, but the morning that we were checking out, she was like, hey guys, I heard the phrase get out a lot. And I didn't say it out loud during the session, but so yeah, it was just off. Things were off. I don't know if it was our energy, if we were just afraid of the dark, or if there's some sort of like leave me the hell alone forest spirit, or if it's actually the Grassman that's like, man, quit messing with me, I just want to like chill. I don't know. So whether or not there's actually like a living, breathing Bigfoot like creature living in Salt Fork State Park in Ohio, I can't say, but there's an energy to the woods there. There's an energy to the setting there. And sometimes it's really, really good. And sometimes it's just weird. So there's a part of me that wants to sort of investigate the history, actual history of that area a little bit more, just to kind of get a better feel for maybe what we were picking up and what we were also putting out. So as a fun little aside, the first night I was the first person to take a shower at the cabin, and it had well water, and the drain smelled like awful sulfuric egg-like sewage, and like the steam must have permeated through my hair. And I was like talking about how I had egg hair all night. And then, I realized, oh, that is the signature scent of Grassman. So was I like unknowingly putting out these like pheromones? I don't know. Egg pheromones. I don't think any weirdness followed us home. Although I did drop a wooden cutting board on my big toe 2 days ago and break it in 2 places, so maybe I'm gonna go do a cleansing ritual. I think that's probably a good idea. Anywho, go pet some moss today if you can. If you can walk. Have a good one, everybody. See you next time.